Hi everyone, my name is Pele Renata and for today I have prepared for you a fun and easy page to create, particularly for those days when you are not in the mood to mess with too much paint. So sit back and I hope you do enjoy this video. This page I will create in the Stamperia stone paper journal, the small one. And here you can see the page which I have created recently using All and Create stamp called Wish, but this time I will use another All and Create stamp called Bloom. I will also leave you the link for the previous page if you haven't seen it yet, but right now I will try to protect it, as at this point I still thought I will use some color, but I realized I felt a bit lazy. As you can see, I am even using this girl which I stamped some time ago and colored it, so even my focal image was ready. And also I will use these paper elements from All and Create, so I don't have to color these either or to fussy cut them. I am this time taking a lazy girl approach. But you have to admit that these paper elements are really cute and fun to work with. And while I'm still thinking on the technique that I'm going to use for my background, I was planning my layout, picking some elements that I thought would look good. And also this helps me decide on the color of the background, as the elements which I am choosing, as you can see, are really bright and colorful. So that tells me that maybe the best would be if my background isn't too colorful as well. And let me demonstrate my lazy background technique using rub-ons. These are from Prima. And as you can see, they are more like some watercolor backgrounds. And I think using this kind of rub-ons, which can cover your whole background, is really good if you want to do art journaling while traveling. Rub-ons are really easy to carry, you don't have to worry about making any mess. So this is definitely what I will try to do when I go on my next holiday. Anyway, as you can see, I have already very easily transferred my motif. And it's really a nice background. But at this point, to be honest, I felt it a little bit too dark, so I decided to brighten up the mood of my background a bit using Distress Oxide in Broken China color and this beautiful All and Create Stencil, which is from one of the older releases. But as you can see, I have used it many times. Now, one thing that you should be careful a bit, or rather mindful, when you are applying Distress Oxides over rub-ons, they won't dry as fast, as the rub-on is basically a non-porous film, so the applied paint can smudge really easily. But it doesn't have to be a negative thing. As you will soon see, I use this property of the Distress Oxides and rub-ons to remove some excess paint that I didn't really like. And as you can see, it works like a charm. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that your Distress Oxides won't dry on your rub-ons. They just take a little bit more time, and that is why I am going to use a heat gun before I move on to the next step. And my next step is doing some stamping, using Wild Honey Distress Oxide and Script Squares stamp from All and Create once again. Now, obviously, I have now 3 colors of my background, even though I did say I don't want to keep it too colorful. But to be honest, in my opinion, I think it helped brighten the mood of my background, as I think the rub-on which I applied was a little bit more gloomy for the page which I intended to create. Now, as you can notice, I didn't resist adding some splatters, and for that I'm using Winsor & Newton white ink, as it stays quite opaque. And now what's left to do is to assemble my page. I don't think that I mentioned But these die cuts that I am using for my composition come from the paper element package called Dream Drops. As usually, I will try to find as much as possible products that I have used for my project. In the description box down below, I have affiliate links. Those are the links which direct you to the shop which sells these products, and you can use them without any additional cost to you. But they still help me a bit maintain these videos free for you. Anyway, let's get back rather to my project. Most of the elements I have adhered using liquid glue. The one that I recently used more often is Art by Marlene Sticky Multi-Glue. While for Girl I still wanted a little bit of dimension, so I used foam tape. But since I work in a journal, I chose the thinnest foam tape that I could find. Usually when I have little people or animals on my page, I like to give them some grounding. So these scallop frames were really perfect for that, but also for planting in these fun little flowers. And here, as you can see, I am just messing around and having fun figuring out my composition. Now the last thing that I needed for this page was a little sentiment, or in this case once again just a word. And the word bliss, which I chose, comes from the tiny words in white from AALL Create. And that was the last step for this project. I hope with this page I managed to inspire you to create a journal page in those days when you are in mood to create but still feeling a bit lazy. And of course, thank you for watching my video, and I hope to see you soon again. Have a great crafty day. Bye!